Dear Platinum, we need to talk again. Why are you such a problem child? The platinum to gold ratio is now 3 to 1. That's crazy. Reduced market sentiment against this metal, the catastrophic collapse of its industrial demand within the automotive sector, and just the fact that it's not as good as gold has really collapsed this metal over time. It sucks. And if you'd have bought platinum like I did a couple of years ago, you will have gone nowhere with your investments. Gold has, of course, gone massively high, stratospherically high compared with platinum. And of course, that ratio is now stretching. 3 to 1. Will it ever go to 0? Probably not. It's still precious, it's still rare, but at the same time, it's looking very much like a dead metal to me. And we're going to talk a little bit about that in this video. Backyard Bullion here, and a very warm welcome to you all joining me for another Precious Metal Ramble, where we have down-to-earth discussions about all things precious and shiny. And it's funny that I should put it that way around and say gold is precious and platinum is just shiny. Dear Platinum, we really need to talk. There's a problem. 3 to 1 is the ratio now for platinum to gold. Platinum should be more expensive than gold, right? It's rarer, and traditionally it's always been more expensive. But no, platinum is the problem child of the precious metal world, and now at 3 to 1 in that ratio, it's certainly looking like it might be a bit of a dead metal for the long period into the future. Why is that? We'll dive into a little bit about that in today's video, as well as looking at these stunning coins in a 3 to 1 ratio. I remember doing this with 2 coins, and I could sandwich the 2 platinum side by side of the gold. Can't quite do that now. Crazy, crazy times. And if you're going to shout at me in the comment section for handling these coins without gloves, then please do. It's provocative. It gets the people going. I'm not too bothered about these at all. Anyway, the point here is that platinum is a seemingly dead metal. It's still got value. It's still rare. It's still a precious metal. But it's certainly not performing how you would want it to perform. And the platinum that I own, which is an entire 4 ounces, I've got the Queen's Piece Completer, which I will not be handling without care, due and attention out of a capsule. But these are really bits of dead investments in many ways from my perspective. If we have a quick look at these capsules, you'll see the prices that I paid for them all the way back in 2017. I bought an ounce for £839.30 British pennies, and then I bought 2 more in 2021 for 967. And spot is lower than both of those prices right now. Now, of course, there are premiums attached to platinum because it's an industrial metal like silver and therefore has sales tax on it here in the UK. And that's one of the reasons why it's not a very good metal to invest in. But at the same time, even with the premiums, it's pretty poor. I might just about break even if I'm very lucky on some of the coins. But when you compare it to gold, oh no, oh no, oh no. I'm afraid gold has way outperformed platinum over that period of time. So I'm going to pop the lion over here to one side. I'm going to try and keep that one in as best condition as I possibly can without still worrying too much about it being out of the capsule. So the problem child that is platinum continues to be problematic. Why is that? Well, there are sort of 5 main parts of the reasoning for it that I want to run through fairly quickly and give you a bit of an overview. Again, look, I'm not giving investment advice. I'm no investment guru. I'm just observing what I'm observing and doing a little bit of research along the way. And one of the big things, of course, that everybody knows about is its industrial uses and components basically fell off a cliff. The supply and demand dynamics for it were completely gone when the automotive industry fell out of favor with platinum over its use within catalytic converters. Of course, we're moving to a much more sort of era of electric cars, whether you like them or hate them. They're here, they're going to be here for a long time, it's the future. And unfortunately, that meant platinum just fell off a cliff. It just was not used as much. And that slow decline over a few years just never recovered. Market sentiment is the second one that I'm just going to quickly brief and talk on, is that gold has always been better in terms of monetary protection and sentiment. Of course, if you look back through history, gold, of course, was the precious metal of kings, empires, emperors, and transitional wealth through centuries. Platinum really wasn't ever a currency. There were jewellery pieces made out of platinum, but one thing that I always like to cite is that platinum was a waste metal for various different cultures around the world. And in fact, as an old archaeology student, I remember very fondly reading about and seeing evidence of large deposits of platinum in waste pits in the South Americas, where cultures would take the gold out, work the gold, but couldn't work the platinum because they couldn't get the furnaces hot enough. And that brings me on to sort of the mining and production costs of things. So mining wise for platinum, because it's quite a lot rarer than gold, it can be a lot more difficult to find. The production costs are higher. The research and development you need to find those deposits is harder. You need to take more material out of the ground to get an equivalent amount of it out the ground. And then the production costs, with it being such a high metallurgic melting point for it, it is more difficult to get through that whole production cycle. So it is more difficult. And of course, now with the fact that the price is so low on it comparative to gold, why bother is the other question that you've got to ask yourself. Why would these production companies bother? Investment trends being the next one here. So since 2016, basically since I really started getting involved with precious metals myself, it's just been on that slow downward trajectory. People have much rather taken on gold. Gold being the king of all precious metals, it's so much more liquid. You can just sell it so much more quicker. You know, there's just not enough demand for it. Raw mints and other mints around the world will make platinum coins and they'll make items out of platinum, but the demand just isn't there. They just don't sell as much. They don't want to sell as much because it's just not as lucrative for them. They have to charge the sales tax here in the United Kingdom, for example. And then when you come to sell it as a consumer at the other end, you're going to get shafted on it. It's just not popular. Dealers can't sell it very quickly, and therefore they don't offer you particularly good prices when looking to buy it off you. In fact, some dealers won't even buy platinum because they just can't be bothered with it. It's just not going to make them any money, and they really can't be dealing with it at all. And then market perception and trends being the last one here. So historically, it should have been more valuable than gold, you would think. Or that's what we were all brought up to, and certainly in my generation, platinum records being better than gold records, platinum being the preferred currency, or the highest value currency, I should say, in the world of Dungeons and Dragons and countless other fantasy genres. Now, of course, with that 3-to-1 ratio, I'm going to have to get the coins out to have another play with that beautiful ratio again. Its sentiment is just one of a downward death spiral. Now, unfortunately, there are some people out there like myself who bought platinum. And if you are in that category where you bought some platinum hoping that it might one day go back to a bit more of a 2-to-1 ratio in favor of platinum, yeah, good luck with that. For that to happen now, platinum's going to have to go from where it is. I got about £750 an ounce, something like that. I can't remember where it is now with spot price. Let's just have a quick look. The other thing that's interesting, so here you go. I'm going to give them a free cheeky shout out. Bullion by Post. I don't often use them as a customer, but they used to have it here on their homepage as platinum, and then they changed it to only gold and silver. I think that speaks volume. But if you go into the little chart and click platinum price, 758 there, we can see for platinum. And for it to get to where it really should be, you're looking at it getting close to £5,000 an ounce. So that has to, you know, sextuple to get close to where it needs to be. It's just never going to happen. I'm sorry, but platinum's a dead metal. It is now officially a dead metal. Will it hold value from where it is right now? Yeah, probably. It's probably not going to go down too much. Even, I mean, it's out. It's not even keeping up with inflation. It's just gone down relative to inflation. If you put money in gold, when I bought platinum back in 2021, you'll have had an awful lot more money in your pocket now. Unrealized gains, yes, if you haven't sold it, but you'd have an awful lot more money in your pocket right now than back then. So yeah, platinum is just not going anywhere anytime soon, unfortunately. And that is the way it goes sometimes. Now, there is an argument to be had where you could maybe look to buy it right now and hope that it would increase in value, or at least go back to maybe 2-to-1 as a ratio. And I would say be very careful on that. If you can buy platinum at spot price and you have an exit strategy in place to sell it back at spot price to somebody or to an institution, then yeah, you're probably not going to lose a lot of money, because I don't see it really being a massively big dropping kind of investment. But you're going to get more money, I think, if you put it in gold or silver. Not financial advice. Very important to say that, but I think you are. Dead metal. Dead metal walking, maybe. Beautiful metal, though. I do like it. It's very nice to sit next to gold. If we have just one coin next to gold, we can see the beauty of its density, demonstrated neatly here with 2 coins of the same diameter and the thickness being very different. It is special still, but not special enough, I think. So there we go. There is platinum. Dear Platinum, 3-1. I'm very hopeful that it won't ever get to 4-1 because I only own 4 ounces of platinum and I don't want to have to crack out the Queen's Beast completer from a capsule and handle that in the same way. Although 4 ounces of platinum to 1 as a ratio would be quite nice because then I could make a sandwich, a double stuffed sandwich of gold. Wait, there we go, like that. If we do it like that and then have the 4th ounce of platinum one day on the left-hand side, then we would have that beautiful double stuffed Oreo. That's what it was maybe last year when I did a video before. That's what it is today. I think that's what it says most about gold and how good gold is rather than maybe how poor platinum is, although poor platinum is also definitely a thing. So anyway, let's hope it doesn't get to 4-1. Right, that's it from me. Cool kids. I need something for you to quote down in the comments. And as we don't have a serial number, I'm instead going to get you to quote the price that I paid for my platinum coin here, £839 and 30 British pennies. If you quote that down in the comment section, I will know that you are super cool. And that's also going to play a role in the 75,000 subscriber giveaway that we're coming up close to in maybe, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 weeks time, depending how fast the channel continues to grow. So it's worth putting a comment in. And no, before anyone asks, I won't be giving away an ounce of platinum because of this video, but I will perhaps be choosing a random video from all the videos that I've been talking about the Cool Kids Club and choosing a random commenter to win a special prize. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, cool kids, let me know your comment down in that comment section. Otherwise, let me know what you think about platinum, whether it's still dead in your mind, whether you're buying it. Are you buying it? I'm not buying it, but it'd be nice to know if anyone else is buying it. So yeah, there we go. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video. As always, please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe for more.